Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Rocket City Network. Speak on it, right? So, shout out to my brother, Jimmy. He had a special request. He wanted us to talk about the Shannon Sharpe incident when he went down there and he watched the Memphis Grizzlies play the Lakers, right? There was a shoving match between him and T. Morant and some of the other Grizzly players. So I wanted to talk about it with my brother Courtney because the media isn't showing them making up, right? All they're showing is the negative. They're showing your boy Shannon Sharpe like he's just some irate worker and he ain't afraid to lose his job. Courtney, what do you have to say about that whole situation and how the media is portraying it?
Listen, man, you know how the media is, bro. They anything that show black people at each other's neck is big business for them,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's Shannon Sharpe, a high profile athlete. T. Moran is he's at every Grizzlies game supporting his
Yeah.
son.
Yes.
Um, and
Great job too.
yeah, it's one of those things, man. You know how it is, man. It's sports. People gonna talk trash. You a fan? You ain't even listen. You not even in the game. You a fan, and you just talking trash. That's what people do.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. Yeah.
so my thing is now I don't agree with Shannon walking on the court. Like I don't listen,
Yeah.
bro. You got too much to lose out there. You're man. We know you're
Hey,
known as out here in these streets, dog. Like
what did Chris Tucker say in Rush Hour? I ain't got nothing to lose, man.
they ain't got nothing to lose. But see what they don't realize, Shannon say it all the time. He a country boy from Georgia. And so if you if Shannon Sharpe ate squirrels and possums and raccoons as a kid, listen, bro, he don't got nothing to lose. He don't
Nah,
care.
he hunted for his dinner.
He did. But I'm just saying, like the media loves to show black ignorance and black pain,
Oh
right? They
yeah.
love to show that. But in the rare instance that you see two grown men who were just at each other's necks a couple hours ago, at the end of the game, come dap it up, say, look, man, things kind of went this way and that way. I respect you, you respect me. Listen, black people have passion.
Mm-hmm.
We have, it's so sad, bro. It's nothing in this world that we can do that white people won't criticize. There's nothing in this world that we can do where some white person will not have an issue with what we're saying, right? What we're doing. And it was just two black men who were handling their business and they shook it up and they dapped it up and they walked away and there's no foul.
In the last 24 hours, this has gotten more media coverage than Dana White slapping his wife.
Listen, you
Why
already
is
know.
that? Why is that? Here you have
Because
Dana White just at a UFC event
mm-hmm,
doing his thing, right?
mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, he's got no kind of he has been reprimanded for anything. Now,
Nope.
about 10 years ago, he stated that Ray Rice, right? There's no coming back from hitting a
Mm,
woman. No, there's no coming back. And we saw what happened to Ray Rice's career. He never made
right.
an NFL team again. But here you have Dana White,
Yeah.
no kind of suspensions.
Mm-mm.
You have a guy by the name of Stephen A. Smith, Bojangling and buck dancing, saying that I know the man. This is not him.
Right.
It's out of character.
Right.
But like I said in the last video, when you strike your woman for the whole world to see at an event in Mexico, New Year's Eve event, you've done it before. You've done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Fast forward to a couple nights ago. We've all seen a scuffle between Shannon Sharpe and the rest of the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
That's all that's been shown
Mm-hmm.
in the sports world.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that? But now that's a question for the commenters under the video. I'll leave that to y'all. Um, moving forward, I think that that Shannon Sharpe, he's the one, he does take accountability for his actions.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first one to do that.
Yeah.
And like you say, he's very passionate, right?
Right.
Very, very passionate. And I will say that, you know, I'm an avid NBA fan. The Memphis Grizzlies, they can be some bad sports out there. You know, we've seen clips of them disrespecting LeBron and LeBron just, you know, going off on him or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So Shannon Sharpe, he was there to protect his homeboy. You
You
know,
you know that.
yeah, and you know, LeBron James, he posterized somebody that night. That was cool. Um, you know, of course, I can make a case that he is the GOAT. You know, a lot of people don't agree with that, but I can make a case,
Mm-mm.
and if
Mm-mm.
you know, I can make a sound argument, right?
No.
Consistent for 20 years, but Shannon Sharpe has to be able to harness his inner emotions the next time,
Got to.
because I mean, we all know you love LeBron.
We do. Listen, it's I love Shannon Sharpe, but it's a little weird how hard he goes for LeBron. I don't understand. Like, I get it. Like, listen, I get it, man. When you have a player that, and to LeBron's credit, right? LeBron's been hated on since day one.
And I think that's why Shannon Sharpe is so protective of him, because
Correct.
he seems like him and Nick Wright might be the only ones that might be kind of batting for him. There's a few others, you know, the Herd, you know, he goes out for him.
Yeah.
But when you have people like Skip Bayless, you know, your Stephen A. Smiths, constantly trying to criticize him, you in media, you with the platform, you feel like, hey, let me go ahead and come to his defense. But you know, and it's not like he's defending a trash player.
No, LeBron. Listen,
20 years, dog.
LeBron.
Like, I mean, and like that's why I can make a sound argument for him being the GOAT. You know, you look at all of the categories, right? He's about to eclipse Kareem's, right?
True.
Kareem's scoring title, right?
True.
When it's all said and done, he's probably going to be in the top 5 for assists. He's about to hit 10K in rebounds,
Right.
5K in steals. No other player has done that, right? And people say, oh, you know, he's been playing for 20 years. He's stat chasing, you know. Well, Robert Parrish, he played for 20 years.
Right.
Where's he at on the list? Vince Carter, he played for 20 years. Where is he at on the list?
Yeah, but none of them
Juwan
LeBron.
Howard, where is he on the list? So we have to be mindful that, hey, being this consistent for 20 years, it means something. I know a lot of folks, they believe Jordan is the GOAT, and that, you know, that's cool. Jordan is a great player, but some of the arguments that I hear, they're based off of opinionated awards, right?
Correct.
We can say the MVP award is an opinionated award, right?
Right.
We can say the Defensive Player of the Year is an opinionated award. Where if you go back to when Jordan won it, Mark Eaton could have won it. Hakeem Olajuwon could have won it, right? And we do know that I think that the NBA had a fatigue with LeBron winning everything. So I think he was shafted in the 2012 season. But again, I think that Shannon Sharpe was wrong for storming the court like that. But I love how they kind of came together and they squashed it. And unfortunately, that's not being shown throughout social media. It's not being shown on the mainstream media.
No, because we know why.
Yeah.
And the thing about the world is, like, man, everybody, I don't care what color you are, I don't care what gender that you are. Everybody in the world, man, has had a moment, has had a heated altercation with somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who it doesn't matter. Yeah, it could have gotten ugly there at the game. Right. It could have gotten real ugly. But cooler heads prevail, right?
Yes.
To prevent Shannon Sharpe from hitting somebody, to prevent somebody from hitting Shannon Sharpe. Cooler heads prevail. And the beautiful thing about it is, man, once you get both parties separated and they have time to cool down, then the thought process gets to going again. Like, man, what was I doing out there, dog?
Yeah.
I'm worth. I'm like we said. We care about our bags, man. My
Mhm.
bag is. I'm sitting on this bag, and I'm
Mhm.
about to throw it away because a dude said something to me on the court. Like we got to stop getting. Like you said the other time, you said it earlier. Emotion. Like I'm not saying don't have emotion, but some
Mhm.
stuff is not worth getting worked over for sometimes, right?
Mhm.
And so cooler heads prevail. I'm so glad that Mr. Morant,
Yeah.
Mr. Sharpe, they both came together. They dapped, they hugged. I'm pretty sure they probably was like, yo, the next time you out here, let's
Yeah.
go kick it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like but the thing is, that happens all the time in our community. That's just not one incident,
Yeah.
but you hit it on the head, man. It we gotta show Shannon Sharpe doing this big black buff dude
Yeah.
who he has money, but look at him though, because he have money, he
Yeah.
still got it in him, you know. But I'm glad cooler heads prevail. I'm glad the Lakers I'm glad the Lakers won the game. But this needs to be a teachable moment for the because Dylan Brooks, like, bro, you're not that great of a basketball player. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
in the league. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
trash, but bro, you do more. You do too much of this. And if the Grizzlies, they're gonna go to playoffs. But when the playoffs get heated and you get into it like this, you're gonna get kicked out of games
Yeah.
that you need to be in to help your team win.
Mhm.
So while it's a lesson for Mr. Morant and Mr. Sharpe, the Grizzlies need to come around Dylan Brooks and be like, "Little bro, I love your passion. I love your passion. I love the dog in you. But we got to understand, you can have that same effect in the playoffs, but bro, it can't go over to where you getting technicals
Yeah.
or you get kicked out of the game and you costing us a chance at a championship or whatever the case may be. I'm just glad that cooler heads prevail this. And moving forward, I hope that these young boys out here see that, bro, there's not much difference between you and I,
Mhm.
right? We have a common goal. We got a lot of work to do in
Mhm.
that area, but man, I hope and pray that these two brothers squashing their beat can make an impact on something. You're not gonna reach everybody, but it's somebody that saw that and be like, man, let me squash this stupid beef I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Definitely, man. And I'm like I said, I'm so glad that they squashed it. And again, shout out to my brother Jimmy. He actually just finished 20 years of service, active duty in the Air Force. So
Mhm.
salute to you, brother. As always, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we are out.